Welcome everyone, once again to TheMediaCows. My name is Zach, and it has been months since we've last made a video. To many of you, it is extremely understandable to me that you think that we just dropped dead. It seems actually like the most logical explanation of what's been going on with the channel. I want to start off by saying that the blame for our absence and for not communicating with you guys lies solely with me, Raymond, Dewey, Tom. They did their best, and if they have ever said that they would answer your guys' questions and didn't, understand that it was because they didn't know how to, because I wasn't leading to be able to give them the answers of what to tell you guys. There's only so much that they could do, and they held the fort as long as they possibly could, making videos on the channel without me telling them what games we were going to cover, what videos we were going to make, what type of videos we were going to make. They worked as long as they could until eventually, and there's only so far that they could go, eventually it just became readily apparent that the leader of the channel wasn't working on the channel, and so what are they doing? Where is the channel going? And that is what happened with them. I want to make that very clear that the blame rests with me, and I say squarely, I was wrong to not tell you guys what was going on with the channel. I should have informed you guys via Twitter, made videos, anything to tell you guys what was going on. At the very least, in this video, I hope that I can give you some answers. It's not going to be perfect, and I want to keep it somewhat brief because I don't want this to turn into a video diary where I spill my whole life story to you guys, hoping for sympathy. But I want to, and I believe that you guys deserve an explanation. I want to give that to you in this video. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Where have I been? Why has there been no videos for 6 months? It's probably, 6 months. And why haven't I made a video since, I think it was April? It took me a long time to get to a place where I can actually like dictate to you guys clearly and not just start crying and be a mess on camera. I wanted to at least make this video sensible so you guys can understand what I'm trying to tell you. I've gone through a lot of growth over the past year and have been through a lot of family stuff over the past couple of years. And the context of this video right now, which I didn't anticipate, but it'll give you guys some idea of how chaotic it can be in my life. My brother right now, my youngest brother Josiah, is in the hospital for the flu and pneumonia, and he's going to be there for 2 to 3 days. We don't know if there's permanent lung damage or not, and we won't know for a couple days. I'm telling you that because I didn't expect that when I woke up this morning. Didn't expect that to be a part of our life now in my family. It's been really hard for me to foresee what is going on with my brothers as their disease worsens. If you guys don't know, and there's probably a lot of you that don't, both my brothers, I have 2 brothers, they have Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and if you don't know what that is, it basically means that their muscles weaken from like 4 years old, weaken as they age until eventually their muscles fail. Your heart's a muscle, and so their heart weakens too, and eventually they die. There's been a lot of people that my family has known, a lot of kids with the same disease that have died. They were 16, 18, that kind of age realm. And my brothers are both of them are over 18. My middle brother's 23, and he's still doing well. Fingers crossed. But my youngest brother has gotten weaker over the past couple of years. He now needs a feeding tube, and that was just instituted. He made that decision himself after a year, actually more than a year, of struggling to get him to be able to just eat to maintain a healthy body weight. So both of them can't, they aren't able to walk, and this is the part that's kind of it's been tough for me to get to this point to be able to tell you guys about. But it's dawned on me that they probably won't live past 40. And my youngest brother, like I said, he needs a feeding tube now. He made that decision himself. He's had to make a bunch of decisions and go through different surgeries. He had to have a rod put in his back because his back was starting to tilt like this, and so we needed to stick a rod in his back. And he's had to learn that he probably won't live past 40. He's gone through major depression, and the result has been real chaos in my family. My mom does her absolute best to take care of him, but every day is a struggle, every day is a battle with him. And the support group around him is tremendous. It's taken me a long time to get over my own emotions about it and see the impact that I have in his life, and how sometimes I don't do the best job listening to him. Sometimes I'll ask him a question and then I won't even wait for a response because it takes him longer to respond. So my life has been consumed by this. All of this, by the way, to not forget about you guys, I regret not telling you guys what was going on and just leaving you guys hanging about the state of the channel and just making it seem like it dropped dead. But for the past year, it has been 24/7 pretty much with my family, of trying to keep the peace, mediate, understand my brother's frustrations as he gets in touch with his own mortality and wants to rebel and do his own thing. And sometimes he frankly just an asshole. And trying to teach him that even though that it might suck, his condition, the disease might suck, life is still worth living. The reality on my end, though, is I also got in touch with my own mortality and went through depression for the last couple of years, where I didn't see the point of making plans with this channel. I didn't see the point of involving myself in an industry that I love. Every decision that I made was one that was from my own deathbed as I thought about my own brothers dying. And the reality as that shaped my life was I just didn't do anything. I haven't done anything. I stay home and try to make my family happy. And when it comes to what I'm doing with YouTube and what I have done, I look at my life in terms of, well, how many PAXs will I actually be able to go to? How many E3s will I be able to go to in the future? And it was a dark, dark hole that I was in, and I couldn't even explain it to you guys. I tried to make a video in the past, and it's pretty much nonsensical of me just standing here saying I know I don't deserve forgiveness, and I don't know about my own life. I'm just confused about things, and it's rough even looking back at that from my perspective of where I've been emotionally. I also struggled with anger, because the reality of this is, best case scenario, my brothers live to old age. And that means I'm going to be taking care of them the rest of my life. And it means that everything that my mom does now, I will get to do that for the rest of my life. And I have been doing this since I was 15 years old, taking care of my brothers, taking them to the bathroom, carrying them to the bathroom. I'm not going to get into it because, like I said, this isn't a full-on diary. But I felt trapped. I felt trapped with my own family life, that I couldn't even do this right now, make a video talking to you guys, because where's it going to go? What am I going to do afterwards? What are the plans? I know you guys want to know what's going to go on with the channel. I got nothing to say because I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day or what else is chaotic is going to happen. And that's where I've been at. Cycling back and forth, trying to figure out my own life. Not be consumed by my mortality. Not thinking of everything in terms of these grand statements, how am I going to change the world, but just connecting with people. Became really self-conscious of everything that I was doing, everything that I've done on this channel, of wow, I just embarrassed myself. Who am I to get up in front of that camera and look at how maybe I move my arms too much, or maybe my voice isn't the best. And I started to examine my life like that. Unable to do anything because I had nothing to go off of. All my past is crap. I have no future. It's a really tough place to get out of, and still not 100%. Like, I'm not jubilant. The reality of my life is that my brother Josiah might have permanent lung damage right now, today. What does that mean though for you guys? Because I know that I can at least predict where some of you guys are coming from. You know, you guys watch these videos to escape from your own life. My miseries are not the only miseries in the world. I know people, viewers, that have had their own losses in their families over the past year. And these videos offer a way to escape. And I realized today, watching my brother Cody, the middle brother that I have, playing Lego City Undercover, whatever. And he's running around the world, and I started to see, wow, that's a freaking awesome world they created. And I haven't played games in a long time. I thought that it being a form of escapism was bad. I thought making these videos to escape into a world where I could talk to you guys and get out of my own family woes was bad. It was wrong. I shouldn't avoid these things. And I'm not going to avoid them. I will always be there for my brothers. Okay. So I was gonna talk to you guys about where the channel is gonna go and what's gonna happen, and that I'm not giving up and all that mumbo jumbo. And yeah, I'm gonna get back in there and somehow, some way, gonna make videos again. The shorthand version of that is it'll probably be some time because there needs to be consistency from me of leadership before Raymond, Tom, and Dewey come back and make videos again. And I want you guys to know that, because I assume that you guys enjoy them and that you have maybe even your favorites. None of them are gone. I haven't gotten rid of any of them. I still would love for them to be a part of this channel. I still consider them Media Cows, and nothing has changed on that front. And I fully want to get back into the swing of things of making videos on the latest games that are coming out, that like Resident Evil 7, videos leading up to Resident Evil 7, talking with you guys about aspects of the game and development and developers and what's happening in the industry. There's nothing radical if you know my Fusion Cap channel and how I led up to Assassin's Creed 3. That's what I kind of want to do with Media Cows, but on a bigger scale. I want to be a part of the industry. However, the reality is that's going to have to go nice and slow. In the recording of this video, I just found out that my brother had a seizure while he's staying in the hospital. So that's where that's where I'm pretty much leaving this. I leave it to you guys because I can't summarize that up. No matter what happens, though, life is always worth living. It is. No matter how you feel, no matter where you go in your mind, no matter the darkest recesses of your mind, no matter how young or the struggles that you go through, life is always worth living. There is a million and maybe, I don't know, infinite, but millions of interesting, fascinating things. You just have to find what you love, find what interests you, and spend time with that. I know it's not as simple. You look at me like I know that it's not as simple as just go gung-ho. But wherever you're at, I want you to understand that and know that life is always worth living till the end. It just is. Even watching paint dry has fascinating scientific implications. I could go on and on. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it here. I'll say, of course, one thing: keep gaming.